What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the EAFC Career Mode. It's episode number 10 on the back of the win of the season. A 2-0 victory at Manchester City, where Joel Cox scored his first 2 goals in pro football. Up to 40 points in the table now. What am I doing? Up to 40 points in the table now. 5 games to go. We're still only 6 points clear of Palace, so the job is not done. But I would say one more win. One more win and we'll definitely be there. So I've got my cup of tea. I'm ready to secure survival today. One win in our final 5 and that will surely do it. Let's see if we can do it in the first game. The Bees, Brentford coming to town for the first one of the final 5, just below us in the table. So win this and surely, no doubt about it, we are safe. Looking for our 3rd straight win as we come into form right when it matters most. Ballard to cash in as we shall look to pass our way forward. Still currently tied at 0-0. Kabore back in the team today as he finds Sambi Lokonga, the 2 loanees. And, it's a crucial touch. But, did it strike an arm? I think it did. And it's a penalty for Luton. You know the saying, handball, give a handball, take it away. Well, on this occasion, Nathan Collins. Did it deflect off the arm? Oh, yeah, definite handball. He's not happy about it. But it's the right call. And a chance for us to take the lead from the spot. Elijah Adebayo with a very long run up with a chance to fire us in front from 12 yards. I back the striker and he puts it in top corner. Luton in front, the perfect start as we go for the 3rd win in a row that will secure safety. Sheldon Baptiste across to Neil Mapai, who shoots and puts it just off target. Brentford starting to gain some confidence towards the end of this first half. They're still leading by 1, and that will do it for the first 45 minutes. If Brentford lose this, they're still going to be in a bit of trouble, but if we hold on, there's no doubt about it, we are surely safe. This has been a very cagey game, separated so far by a penalty, as we still hold on to a slender 1-goal lead. Brentford with attacking quality though, not done just yet as they aim for a reply, and it might go on here. Kaminsky makes a very unorthodox save, but does claim the rebound to deny Neil Mapai. Still leading by 1. Kaminsky's really picked it up in the second half of the season. Fair play to the guy. Wasn't a fan of him in the first half. Lost his place to a 17-year-old. That says it all. But second half of the season, yeah, he's really picked it up. Brentford finally growing in confidence right towards the end of the game here as they look for a crucial point in their bid to survive, and they might well get it. Jan Visser heads in a delicious delivery to the middle, and gets a touch but can't keep it out. It was coming. Brentford back on level terms. Disappointing not to see those 3 points out. Do you know what? It's fine. No losses in our last 3. 7 points taken from 9, and we're edging ever closer to Premier League survival. We'll take the point. And we can actually guarantee survival in this following game, because it's 18th place Wolves away, who are currently 7 points clear of in the table. Therefore, if we win here at Molineux, we'd extend the gap to 10 with just 3 games to go, meaning we'll be mathematically safe. So Wolves desperately need a win to escape the drop zone, but if we get the victory, then we are safe with 3 games to go. Huge basement battle. Let's come out with the 3 points. Cash in to Giles. And he plays a 1-2 with Barkley, looking for Adebayo. Probably my 3 best players this season here, all combining for this attack. And it is the ex-Wolves left-back, Ryan Giles, in the middle. It's Cox. It'll drop to the camera on the edge. He goes for goal. It's a contender for goal of the season for marvellous Nakamba. And that strike was like his forename, absolutely marvellous. Tom King in the Wolves goal is getting nowhere near that. We scored a couple of nice goals this season. I think that's the best. And if that's a goal that can secure Premier League safety, it's fitting of it. What a strike. What a way to get your first goal of the season. Absolute beauty from Nakamba. And Luton Town lead once again, but we led in our last game and failed to hold on. Let's see if we can close this one out instead. We've led in all 4 of our last games, actually, to be fair. This time can we hold on? Here's Gomez into the middle. Matis Cunha, lovely first touch, to be fair. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, what a goal. You've just seen 2 beautiful goals. One a strike from distance, one a bit of sensational skill. What a bit of improvisation from Cunha. Put me on the floor. When you talk about fancy footwork, That was quite remarkable. 19th of the season now for Matheus Cunha. If they do end up going down, I think I will definitely be considering meeting up with Gary O'Neill in the summer and saying, how much do you want for your star striker? I've seen what you can do against me, and then I want to see what you can do for me. Anyway, still currently tied at 1-1. We've played some good football in this game, to be fair. Still level, but as Barkley takes it out of his feet, Aladegson, oh, that strike an arm, it did! Totti couldn't get out of the way on time. Penalty Luton. Did look a penalty, and once again, I think you got to say, they've called that right. Totti moved his arm in towards the flight of the ball, and that's always a spot kick these days. Adebayo looking for his second in two. I'm going bottom right. Oh, and he's just squirmed it in. Adebayo once again hasn't missed a penalty this season. Pablo down the right as Ballard coming out to meet him. Steps inside and oh, look at the space for Fofana. Look, no, he's marking Fofana. Ballard's come out to meet his man, which means that someone needs to cover. That's what you do, mate. When your teammate comes out, someone in the middle cover. Just left him totally alone, and Wolves are back on level terms again. That is going to do it, and once again we'll take it. No defeats in 4, surrendered 2 different leads in the game, but Wolves needed to win more than we do. And we know we're edging ever closer still to that Premier League survival. It's not over yet, but we know we're almost there. A point is fine at this stage of the season. Yeah, I think sometimes people get so hung up on desperately needing the victory, but actually if you look at the table here, because there's only 3 games to go, there's not really enough time for the teams that are in that bottom 3-4 to be able to make the ground. Forest are basically down now. Obviously Burnley been down for a long time, but you know, we've kept Wolves at bay. That's the thing. Like, we haven't lost ground and we haven't allowed Wolves to gain ground. It's the same. So 3 games to go and there's a 7-point gap, which means that realistically they probably need to win all their remaining 3. We need to lose all of our remaining 3 to go down from here. I think we're fine now. We reached the magic 40-point total, and now we've got 42, an extra 2 points on the board. That'll be enough. Right, so May is here then, and as you'll see, we have 2 emails about the loan deals expiring for Kabore and Samuel Lokonga. The assistant manager doesn't think as though we should re-sign Lokonga permanently, but does think we should re-sign Kabore. I'm going to have to think about that. We also got a scouting report, our final one of Scotland. We're going to give Kirk Forsyth an academy scholarship. But I think he might be the only one making it from this final crop of players. No, Malcolm Cameron is going to join in, but I'll reject the rest. And, hang on, where's the academy? And here we are, Youth Academy. Gabriel Long looking the best standout right now as a CAM. Both he and Cox going to be vying for that position for years to come, I think. Anderson looks okay. Declan Fletcher, to be fair, does look pretty solid. 16 years old, centre half. And looks quite handy at 6'2" as well. So yeah, I'd say Long and Fletcher the best 2 in the academy right now. And there's a lot of players down here that the overall is just so low. I don't want to give up on them completely, because they could still kick on and develop, especially with the development plans now on. It's going to be a long time before the likes of a 53 rated player is able to make an impression in our first team. It's Friday night with the first kickoff in this game week here, and with just 3 games to go, we know 1 win guarantees survival mathematically, so let's get it done here before this Saturday fixture played. Everton at home, where the 3 points ensure we'll keep Premier League football at Kenilworth Road next season. Let's get it done tonight. Come on, boys. Andre Gomes to Nathan Patterson, and the young Scotsman feeds it through to Doucouré, who can't be Aaron. Well done. He's really held his own in this first season for us. There's Barkley's in a bit of trouble here, and Ali's punished him. A battle of the seniors, a former toffee to a current, and a rare miscue from Boss Barkley. I don't know what I was doing there, man. Should have just offloaded quickly to Tom. Took way too long, and Dele Alli rolling back the clock punishes me. Sambi. Oh, and once again, losing possession to Dele Alli. Beto. Oh, you gotta be stronger than that, Cashin. 2-0 up, Everton right before the break. First goal was definitely my fault, but the second one, make the stand tackle, but not strong enough. Ali trying to skip away and feeds it through to Danjuma with Tom to beat. And he has, and Beto denied by Kaminsky. keeping us breathing, albeit on life support right now. Oh, for goodness sake. My passing in this game has been absolutely atrocious. I've created nothing. Build-up's been non-existent. And Everton, quite frankly, have just wanted it more. I saw they scored their 2 goals by wanting it more. That's better from the kid, though. That's the desire we've been lacking all game long. But once again, my passing, just absolutely atrocious. 20 minutes to go. This game feels like it's already done. Pass him. Through the gap. Ducore. Oh, lovely ball. It's free. It's free. And it's 3 points for Everton as well in their bid to survive. They've come to Kenilworth Road like they came to the G-Tech away against Brentford last weekend. They've just absolutely played me off the park. Well, our undefeated run is over in embarrassing fashion, but all I'll say is the saving grace is that it comes right towards the end of the season and not a few games ago. Played off the park in that game, and that wasn't ultimate, that was super ultimate. So what we'll do is we'll skip through the weekend fixtures and see whether any of the teams below us managed to close the gap and take advantage of our big slip up at home to the tops again. That was a Friday night fixture, so now we're going into the weekend games, and we shall see before midweek as Brentford want to take Mads Anderson, not against that sale there. Well, we dropped down the table to 12, including Everton who leapfrogged us, but we are 7 clear. So actually it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's over. Despite the loss, it is over. Palace can't catch up, which means they must have lost. Yeah, he did at home to Manchester United, which means we can no longer be caught as Wolves were beaten as well. And that's why I said in those 2 draws to start stage of stuff, sometimes people can get so hung up on desperately needing a win and forget that a point, actually, at this stage of the season, with very few games to go, can be a good result. And they were good points because they've secured our safety. 2 games to go, but it's done. Luton Town are staying in the Premier League. And yeah, Brentford want to take Mads Anderson. I quite like that, to be fair, as well, with Thomas Frank. He's got a few Danish players at Brentford already, and he can now add to that with Mads Anderson. So a one and done for what is Luton Town's, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Hatters fans, but I believe your club record signing, picked up from Barnsley in the summer. But I said it, for us, just a bit too slow. So Anderson off to Brentford. I like that, quite realistic, and I'm okay getting 3 mil for him. So penultimate game of the season and our final away day, Europa Conference League winners West Ham at the London Stadium. The lowest we can finish is 16th, but the highest we can finish now is 10th place. With 2 games to go, I want to finish the campaign strong and at least get 1 win in our final 5 games. Let's get it done tonight and our final away day of the campaign. Yeah, these are the games where, like, I've mentioned this before, but like when it's coming towards the end of the season and a team knows they're not going to go down and they can't finish in a European place or anywhere too noteworthy, they kind of feel as though they're on holiday. You know, it can be hard to motivate players, but for us, I would love to finish in the top 10. You know, our first season, 10th place. I mean, okay, it won't really feel like a 10th place finish due to how congested it is in the bottom half of the table, but even so, statistically it'll be a 10th place finish, and that'll be amazing to look back on for our first year. Cornet down the left-hand side, former Burnley man into Michail Antonio. Oh, great work, and it's the guy I've just sold my car to, Lucas Paquetá. West Ham in front, 1-0 down early. We're going to end the season safe, but without any wins in 5, I think. Ending with a whimper here. Just sold my car to Lucas Paquetá. Just sold my car to Lucas Paquetá. Oh my god, is he onside that nose off? I tell you what, like, seriously, we've got that scalp against City and we just tipped. Honestly, it's ridiculous, man. Like, literally a famous win at the Etihad, we were like, well, our work is done. No, it's not. No, it's not. 5 games to go. And even if after that game we felt as though we were safe hitting 40 points, we still want to play for pride, man. Oh, that's just filthy. Absolutely filthy. He's loving that second anchor and he's loving the performance tonight. He's 2 up. This is proof right here. Even with safety secured with 2 games remaining, which at the start of the season I would have taken every day of the week, and I'm still happy with it now, don't get me wrong, we're still a level below the majority of teams in this division. You know, we are still not a side that can compete for like an outside shot at a top 4 or even a Europa League place. You know, there is still a gulfing class between the European standard teams and little Luton Town. We'll look to rebuild in the summer, of course, and hopefully bring in a couple more quality players. But as Cox slides throughout a bio, oh, keepers in this game are really, really weird. There is still a long way to go in our RTG. Better from Luton, no, much better, as Mohamed Kudus, who's been brilliant for West Ham so far this season, hasn't he? As is that man, to be fair, Edson Alvarez. You know, to lose Declan Rice, just a bit of football chat before we end this game here. Like, for Edson Alvarez, great pickup. As Antonio heads in the third. They might have lost Declan Rice, but they've reinvested really well, West Ham. But that'll do it. It's one of their old boys, got their third. It'll celebrate with Moisey. West Ham 3-1 up, points in the bag now. Well, this is a really bittersweet way to end the season. Yes, we're safe with 2 games to go. Yes, that was the objective at the start of the season, but even so, no wins in 4. Back-to-back losses, conceding 7 in 2. It's like the Luton Town at the start of the season, honestly. And that's the Anderson deal confirmed. He'll join Brentford in the summer. So we've already confirmed 3 departures for this upcoming summer window. Mad's going to the Bees. Alfie's going to the Dragao. And we're also going to lose Jack Clark because he's off to Ellen Road as well. So I have to say, after no wins in our last 4 games now, safety is confirmed. I'd hope we get a decent budget for next season. Guys, in the comment section down below, we're going to look to rebuild in this summer window. But the question is, who should we go for? Like, what players should we look to bring in for next season in order for us to not just survive, but kick on from what has been a good first season, a first season where we survived, but nothing spectacular to write home about? In the comments down below, guys, I want your transfer suggestions today. For the next episode, when we start a new season, who should we look to buy in the summer window? So, final game of Season 1. Bit of an anticlimactic Premier League final day, really. Man City already champions, top 4 set. The only real question is who's going to join Forest and Burnley in the Championship next year? Would it be Wolves or Crystal Palace? Well, for us, we're in 15th place. Could rise as high as 12th on the final day, but if we lose, we'll drop down to 16th place. So, final game of the season. I'll give a send-off to a few of our players, but don't want to lose for the 3rd game in a row, do we? Come on, Luton. Good, strong end to the season here. It's a disappointing end to the season, this. You know, very disappointing. Could have finished as high as 10th. May well end up finishing in 16th place. Very disappointing. I mean, just, it really does feel as though after we had that win against Man City, like, my players just seem to lose all kind of physicality. It's just been so weak and so disappointing. So disappointing. So yeah, for the summer window, guys, please get those comments in right now. Where should we be looking? What players should we be looking to sign in the summer window? As Josh Sargent's going all the way here. Oh, straight at the keeper. What players should we sign in the summer window to help us kick on from our first year in the Premier League? Let me know in the comments. Wow, this has been an absolutely atrocious game, which really isn't much of a surprise, all things considered. Between 2 teams who have just guaranteed safety by the skin of their teeth and haven't done much else this season. Kaminsky beaten by Andreas Pereira, and Fulham are going to win it late. Shocking end to the season, this. 3 defeats on the trot. Unbelievable. Guys, I need your help. Transfer suggestions in the comments, please, because we need to rebuild this Luton team in the summer. Survival was the objective. That is what we've done, but let's be honest here, that's all we've done. Really poor end to the season, this, and it's a disappointing whimper of a final 5 game stat where we picked up just 2 points for a possible 15. Luton Town are staying in the Premier League, but we've done little other than just survive. Job done, but nothing to write home about. Disappointing end to the campaign now. So then, final league table this season, Manchester City with their 5th title in 6 years, I think, or is it 4 in 5? 4 in 5 or 5 in 6, pretty sure it's 5 in 6. But Man City champions, the other top 4 were already set going to the final day. Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester United 2nd, 3rd and 4th respectively. Spurs, West Ham and Chelsea make up the Europa and the Conference League spots this season, with Newcastle, Aston Villa and Brentford making up the top 10. A cluster of teams in the bottom half of the table, including Luton Town, saw us end up finishing in 16th place this year, with 58 goals conceded, the joint 4th worst in the division, and a measly 35 goals on the board, the worst goal scorers and the lowest scorers of the division, as it's Wolves in the end who go down to the Championship alongside Nottingham Forest and Burnley as well. As for the Golden Boot, I think bookies suspended odds on him winning it before the season even started. Erling Haaland, once again with a reasonably low return for a striker of his calibre, but he was just one goal ahead of his teammate Phil Foden. Diogo Jota, Matheus Cunha and also Martinelli made it the top 5, I've got to say. I'm talking about transfer targets with Matheus Cunha getting relegated with Wolves this season, and our goal scoring problem seems like a perfect match, doesn't it? But even so, we did have 2 representatives in the top 25, Barkley and Adebayo, who both got 12 each. Most assists this season, Luis Diaz topped the charts with Gabriel Jesus and Mo Salah in the top 3 as well for assists this season. Carlton Morris got in there with 5 and 15, pretty impressive, averaging 1 in 3. And as for clean sheets, Onana won the Golden Glove, 2 clear of Edison and 4 clear of Lloris. There's Kaminsky. 8 in 29 isn't actually that bad for Kaminsky, finishing in the top 7 this season. Fair play. As for the team of the season, Lockyer's in that. What's Lockyer doing in the team of the season? What's a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? How has Tom Lockyer got himself in the team of the season? I mean, I'm pleased to see it. Fair play, captain, but not sure that's quite deserved, personally. And I've also seen the board have told us we received 132.6 mil for prize money for our finish this year in the Premier League. So, if that's the case then, board, put it back in the transfer budget for next season. Maybe not all of it, but at least some of it, because we'll need to reinvest heavily in this summer window if we're going to kick on from season 1. Oh, wait. So just simulating through to the end of the season, we'll take a look at the other winners in the continental competitions this year. Lee Evans, Samuel Evans, and thank God I stopped in time for that. Gabriel Long wanting their pro deals. Can you imagine if I accidentally skipped past that? So Long is going to get his pro deal now then at 18 years old. I definitely think exciting prospect for this lad, surely. And also the Evans brothers, Lee and Samuel. Lee must have been born in a caravan holiday to North Wales, I think. But yeah, Lee Evans, the comedian, he'll get a pro deal, as will Sam, his brother, at right back as well. So let's take a look at who won what in the other competitions this season. As you know, Spurs were Carabao Cup winners, although Liverpool did manage to avenge their demons and win the FA Cup, so no shame in us getting knocked out by the eventual winners, the Reds. And as for the Championship, Leicester City have just broken Reading's 2006 record of points with 109. They're back up to the top tier. Cooley Woodrow fired Norwich back to the Premier League in second, and the playoffs were between Borough, West Brom, Southampton and Watford. We can't find out who's won that, but we will find out when the season starts. As for the European competitions, Eintracht Frankfurt were Conference League winners, and Liverpool picked up a Cup and European double this season by winning the Europa League as well. And as for a detailed look at Europe's premier competition, the Champions League, Group A was won by Bayern with Galatasaray in second, and the Red Devils finishing rock bottom of that group there. Sevilla and Arsenal both made it through Group B, with Real Madrid topping Group C and Napoli going through runners-up. Inter top Group D with Benfica in second. Group E saw Atletico and Lazio make it through, and in the Group F of death, Dortmund and Newcastle made it through, with Milan and PSG being knocked out. Very interesting indeed. Most people had that group going back to front in their predictions this season in real life. Group G, topped by Man City, no surprise there, with Young Boys making it through as well. And in Group H, it was Barca winning, with Porto in second. As for the last 16, as you will see, Dortmund just came through Young Boys as Atletico knocked out the Gunners on penalties. Inter also knocked out Newcastle as well. So only one English team made it to the quarters, and that was Manchester City, the holders. They also made it to the semis by beating Inter Milan on penalties as Bayern overcame Borussia Dortmund and Real overcame Barca in 2 nice rival clashes there. But in the semis, Real Madrid got their revenge on Manchester City, knocking out the holders, and in the end, beat Bayern in the final by a goal to 0 to reclaim their Champions League as they continue their record amount of wins in this competition. So we will end Season 1 with one final look at our Luton Town squad. And guys, I just want to say to wrap up Season 1, thank you so much for all the love and support in our first year of the career mode save. It really has been fantastic, and as difficult as the challenge as this was to keep the Hatters in the Premier League, the support and the feedback from you guys has been amazing. I mean, I've been including so many of your comments on the screen in the episodes, but it's hard to squeeze them all in. I mean, the feedback, the comments have just been absolutely top tier. And I want to say a big thank you for the comments, guys. They really have been amazing. So I appreciate you guys so much. It's been a fantastic season of support from you guys, and I'm so appreciative of that. So as we wrap up season 1 then with one final look at the squad, once again, do leave me a comment today and tell me what players we should look at in the summer transfer window. I have to say, for Kaminsky, really briefly, 9 clean sheets in 30 in the end. He started off really poorly, but did pull it around towards the end of the season, averaging just under 1 clean sheet in every 3 games. Ethan Wood got a bit of game time coming in midway through the season, but really, let's be honest here, a bit out of his depth in the Premier League for a now 18-year-old. So for next season, we're going to try and loan him out like we've done with Jacob Andrew. Amari Bell, I think, will probably be leaving in the summer at a contract next season. Ryan Giles, I'll be doing my best to keep hold of him, but I do believe he will get some big bids in the summer. Up 4 ratings this year to 78 overall, progressing really nicely. And as you'll see his stats here, 2 goals and assists in 32 games, but defensively, safe as houses, 9 clean sheets in 32. Really impressive for the left wing back. Alfie, as we know, is going to join Porto in the summer. The captain this year. Somehow making the team of the season. I mean, listen, he was pretty big in some of our games, but I'm not totally sure he deserves that personally. Might have slipped the FA a brown envelope there to make sure he gets in the team of the season and gets that team of the season bonus. Reece Burke, 71 rated now. I've only played a few games for me this season. I'm not sure he'll be staying in the summer, even though we know one of his teammates, Mads Anderson, is going to join Brentford for £3 million. Daniel Ballard, probably my best defender this season, I would say. 9 clean sheets in 31. Consistently really good for me. And 2 clean sheets in 2 in the FA Cup as well. Great pickup from Sunderland, growing 4 ratings at 24 years old now. Cashin obviously came in from Derby County, grew 3 ratings. Really good budget pickup, to be fair, from the Rams. Nice little signing from Derby County, whilst next season probably won't stay in the first 11. I thought he was a pretty solid no-nonsense centre-half. Rory, like Wood, has got a long way to go and probably a bit out of his depth right now in the Premier League. We've got one of our youth players there, Sam Evans. Can't check his potential just yet. I'd like to bring Kabore back in the summer if I can. He only got the 1 assist in 29 this year, but 7 clean sheets. I thought it was pretty solid, to be fair, and grew 2 ratings to 75 overall. So at 23 years old, I wouldn't mind bringing him back permanently. I guess we'll see what Pep Guardiola says in the summer. Marvelous Nakamba, solid, kind of consistent DLP. Played most of my games this season. Isn't going to grow anymore at 30 years old, but did of course score that screamer at Wolves as well. I would like to bring Samuel Okonga back next season. The question is, how much will Arsenal want? 24 years old, grew 2 ratings this year. And as a DLP, was a pretty good passer and ball retention kind of player in my team this season. We've got some loan players returning next season, including Fred Onyedinma. Lee Evans, the comedian, shows great potential. So nice little bonus there to end the season. One of our youth academy players with a potential tag. Jack Clark, as we know, is going to join Leeds in the summer. I'd say personally that's his level, the Championship really, so he's going to be going back down to the second tier. Gutted about Mpanzu's injury towards the end of the season, breaking that toe and missing the final run-in. His stats might not show it, but defensively this year, really good ball in midfielder, really energetic, very strong, did the dirty work, and every team needs a Pelly Ruddock. So rest up, mate, and we'll see you back on the pitch next season. Alan Campbell coming back from his loan spell at the Den next season. There's my player of the season, Ross Barkley. Got that new contract, the 18-month extension in the January transfer window. 12 goals and 3 assists in 31 games. I mean, listen, this guy was what Forest fans were hoping Jesse Lingard would have been last season. I could not have squeezed more out of him in this first season with Luton Town. I'm so glad he's staying for next season. He's my leader in the dressing room. And I would say the player of the season as well, no doubt about that. There is my short king, Joel Cox, with the potential to be special. 2 goals in that game at the Etihad as he helped us pick up a famous win and got an assist as well for one of the goals later on this season too. Up 6 ratings now to 66 overall, and his skill moves got to 4-star as well. For next season, no doubt about it, I need to get him in the first 11 in the majority of my games. Question is, what do I do with Ross Barkley? I guess we'll figure it out next season. Gabriel Long, what's his potential? An exciting prospect, as we expected. I need to change those chunny EA boots. Those are filthy, God. And not filthy in a good way. Terrible. But even so, Gabriel Long up 5 ratings since the position change, and an exciting prospect. Well, I think for next season, loan him out. We've got too many CAMs, really. We need to get this guy game time, so I might loan him out for next season. Chong, who I was constantly on his back all season long, to be fair, had a good end to the campaign, scoring his first goal in what proved to be a game winner against Bournemouth, and did get 4 assists in all competitions as well. Good to see it for the young man. Struggled this season, but did pick it up towards the end of the campaign. And as for Hardy, can't check his potential. We already know Rodri's got great potential. Ogbene, most of his games came from the bench this season. Did get a couple of goals in the Carabao Cup and the Premier League, but really, I think for next season I might look to cash in personally. Carlton Morris definitely only 1 goal all season long. Although to be fair, having said that, he did get 5 assists, didn't he, in 15 games, averaging 1 in 3. That's pretty impressive, to be fair, for Luton's top scorer in the Championship, but only 1 goal in the Premier League. Not sure I'll keep him next year. I guess I'll have to think about it. As for Adebayo, though, I would say my second best player this year. Single-handedly dragged us into the last 16 of the FA Cup with 4 goals in 3, including that hat-trick against Barnsley in the 4th round replay, and 12 goals and 5 assists in 28 in the Premier League as well. Not sure he'll be staying in the summer. I will try and keep him. But if a big club comes in the summer, if a big club comes in the summer, I think I'll have to let him go and not stand in his way. Jacob Brown, I think, definitely going in the summer personally. Only a handful of games this season and probably on his way out. As for Josh Sargent, just a couple of goals this season, but did pick up the game winner, of course, in that 3-2 win against Brighton. So midway through the season, came in. Always hard to adapt to a new team midway through the season. So we've got to give him a full season, I think, before we see the bigger picture with Josh Sargent. But that is our Luton Town team done for Season 1. So guys, that is that. Thank you so much for watching Season 1. If you enjoyed the finale and the season as a whole, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And the question now is, what do we do in the summer transfer window? In the comment section down below, as we look to rebuild in the summer, what players should we try and sign in a summer transfer window? Thanks for watching, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for a brand new season, Season 2, with the Hatters remaining at the Premier League at Kenilworth Road as we begin a brand new season in the next one. Thanks for watching, much love, and I'll see you for the brand new season, the start of Season 2, very soon.